Hello everyone, Rick here. I had some feedback about one of my recent Instagram speed art videos. A few people were asking what buttons I was pressing, how did I remove the background, what was the mask, how do I make a mask. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial here and go through some of the things I did. Let's get started. Okay, so here we are inside Photoshop. So I've got the photo layer selected. I'm just going to go to the channels tab. If you can't see the channels tab, go to Windows and make sure that channels is selected. Oh, mine's now gone. Let me just add that again. Channels. Every image is made of red, green and blue. So what channels does is it shows you how much red is in the image, how much green and how much blue. The idea here is to find out the one with the most contrast with the background, which in this case is the red. You can see it's quite dark and quite white in the background. Now this will allow us to mask it later on, so we can remove the background. So what we're going to do is select the red layer and just duplicate it by dragging it over the icon down in the bottom. Now we're going to change this to, well, we don't have to change it, just keep it red copy, that's fine. Now the next thing we're going to do is go to Image, Adjustments, and then Levels. Move the box over a bit. I'm going to use these dropper tools here to tell Photoshop which we want to be the dark areas and which we want to be the light, sorry. So the first one is what's the dark areas. Now we want this Eiffel Tower to be completely black, so the background shows completely white against it. So let's select like a really lightish area, say here, and say that's black. Okay, now go to this droplet here and this is the whites, so let's choose the darkest part of the whites, which is probably about there. Now you can see this huge big contrast. Might be a little bit iffy on the edges here, but we should be okay. So let's zoom back out. So now you see you've got this white and this black. So what we want to do is make everything that we want to keep black and everything that we want to remove completely white. So just grab the brush tool on the left. Make sure you have white selected for the foreground. So firstly, we're just going to go over the sky here. Now I'll probably speed this up a little bit because you guys don't want to be bored watching me do this. Okay, so let's move on to the black. So we'll just hit this little, you can hit X, which will shift between white and black, or you can use this little arrow here. So now we want to add the blacks. Let's get the brush and add a load of black. Okay, so we've got white and black sorted, so let's now make a selection of this channel. So holding down Control and pressing the layer, it will give you the dancing ants all over the image, and then we'll go back to layers. You can see it's highlighted red here. So let's go down to the bottom here where we have this mask button and press that. Now what it's done is it's removed everything that's black and kept everything that's white, so we want to reverse that. So make sure you have the mask selected. Oh, cancel that. The mask selected, not the image, but the actual mask. And then press Alt and I. No, don't press Alt and I. Press Control and I. And you can see it inverts it. So now we want to insert the sky behind it. So let's go to my good old Pixels plugin. I've selected sky. I think it's this one here. Just insert that. Close that, so there we can see the sky. Now at the minute it's in front of the Eiffel Tower, so let's move the layer underneath and then press the image, press Ctrl T, and let's just drag the corners of this out a bit so we just lose the hills, move it into the center and hit return. Okay, so it looks okay, but really it's a little bit unrealistic because this foreground's a bit light. So I'm just going to create an adjustment layer by clicking this icon here and going up to, we'll go with brightness and contrast, and we'll just move the brightness down. You see it's doing the whole image. Now we don't want to do that. Well, although the sky looks pretty cool, what we'll do is we'll clip it. So if you hit Alt and just hover over the bottom of this brightness and contrast layer, you'll see like a little arrow. When you press that, what it does is it clips it. So this brightness is only affecting this layer with the mask, which is the foreground. So now when we move the brightness, you can see it's just affecting the foreground. Move that brightness down a bit and the contrast up a little bit. There we go, to about there. Okay, so that's cool. It's better. It's not perfect. You can probably see some little glitches around here. So if you do see things that don't look quite right, for example, you can see here we've got some kind of weird stuff going on. Because we've created a mask, we can actually paint back the original. So if we grab the brush tool, make sure white is selected, we can go over and replace some of the original image. Zoom back out. There we go. And that's just about it, guys. I hope this video was of some help. Any questions, feel free to comment below or get in touch with me. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.